Ciao, and welcome to SimpleItalianCooking.com. My name is Liz, and I want to thank you so much for watching another video of mine where I get to show you how good Italian cooking doesn't have to be complex, it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be anything but simple. So today I'm going to show you how to make Italian roasted cauliflower with cheese. And I say Italian roasted cauliflower because a lot of times when you think of cauliflower and cheese, it's with cheddar cheese. Not the case this time. We're giving a nice Italian flair with using Romano cheese. If you have Parmesan, that's completely fine. This is a real flexible recipe, and I'm even hesitant to use quantities because it's really a grab it and toss it, and if you want to add more, go ahead. If you want to do less, do less. 3 ingredients in this recipe. Guess what they are? Fresh cauliflower. Don't use frozen, won't work because we got to roast it. We have some cheese. Like I said, I'm using Romano, but you can use Parmesan. That's fine. You want to make sure it's grated. And then we have some olive oil and extra virgin, please. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do in this really simple recipe is we're going to take the cauliflower and we're going to break it up into little tiny florets. You don't want big chunks. It's going to be harder to roast. It's going to take longer to roast, okay? So what we want is little tiny florets, and that's going to grab more of the flavor too by being able to have the olive oil on each of the little pieces and the cheese. It's going to be so good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this up, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this is about how much a small head of cauliflower will make. And, you know, if you're hungry while you're making it, cauliflower is great raw. So you can eat it raw while you're chopping it up. So I have it in a glass pan. You can use a cookie sheet. You can use whatever you want. But you want it so that you can spread everything out. What we're going to do is drizzle olive oil on it, probably about 3 to 4 tablespoons. Some people like to do it in a bag and toss it. I'm not that fancy, so I just go ahead and throw some in there, use one hand to mix it up, and if you need more, add more. I don't think you can really go too far over. Yeah, this is looking really good. Nice and coated. This is just how we want it. What we're going to do is we're going to put it in the oven, and we're going to cook it for about 20 minutes at 425. And then once it's just about tender, and you can tell just by poking it with the fork, we're going to sprinkle the cheese on it and then toast it some more. What we want to do throughout the roasting process is about once or twice just get in there with like a nice long spatula and just mix it up, or with a spoon, and just mix it up so that it can roast on all sides. Okay? Alright, good. Be back. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes, and I don't know if you can see in the video, but I can tell it is getting roasted because it's getting brown on top, and I did you know, flip it over and give it a good toss about halfway through. But we're not done yet, and I'm going to show you actually that I can easily pierce this without having to worry. It's like slight crunch. I mean, it really is. It's just tender, okay? So that is fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is just sprinkle, and again, I don't have any specific amount, maybe 1/4 cup. Really, I've seen other people do more, but I'm just going to sprinkle this on here. I'm going to mix it up, and then I'm going to put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, I'll probably do a little bit longer just to let it, because the temperature of the oven will go down from opening and shutting it. So I'll probably do it for about 5 to 10 minutes and then just checking on it. So I'll be back in a few. Well, my cauliflower and cheese came out great. It was nicely toasted. I did not let it burn, and you don't want to let it burn either. So make sure you keep an eye on it. And you don't want it to turn into mush. You want it to be where you can definitely feel your fork going through the cauliflower. This tastes great, and you might be wondering, should I add garlic to it? I mean, that's pretty Italian. It doesn't need it. It really doesn't. You don't want to overload it with different flavors. The cauliflower, you can taste the cauliflower, you can taste the cheese and the olive oil. It's a wonderful, wonderful dish, and I hope you really try it. You can actually print the recipe out on my website at www.simpleitaliancooking.com. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, ciao.